Moby! Why do you keep turning the water off? Dear Tim and Moby, what does it mean when a river is polluted? Amanda. Hey there. A body of water becomes polluted when foreign substances damage the water quality. They make the water undrinkable and dangerous for organisms to live in. People put stress on their water supply every day. We use up clean water and release pollutants into rivers, lakes, and groundwater. Even oceans can become polluted. Every body of water has some ability to deal with foreign materials. Waste can be dissolved or broken down. It can be dispersed or spread out. Or it can be recycled as food for plants and microorganisms. Usually, pollutants can be neutralized and the quality of the water isn't harmed. But when it can't handle all the substances released into it, the water becomes polluted. Pollution can enter a body of water in a few ways. It can be eroded soil or runoff containing fertilizers and pesticides. And it can be chemicals released from industries or sewage from cities and towns. Sometimes pollution doesn't even look like pollution. Often, factories or power plants will use water to cool down their machinery. When that water is released, it's hot. If there isn't enough room for it to disperse, it'll heat up the body of water and cause life to grow faster than normal. Thermal pollution like this can push out native species and leave too many nutrients in the water. Well, wherever water pollution starts, it can end pretty badly. When too many foreign substances are present in a body of water, the supply of oxygen is cut off. Without oxygen, organisms begin to die. That makes room for anaerobic microorganisms, which don't need oxygen to survive. These organisms release gases like methane and hydrogen sulfide, leaving a foul-smelling body of water filled with waste. Well, it's not just the fault of factories. A series of laws passed in the 1970s forced companies to stop dumping stuff straight into the water. But runoff from farms and ranches is still a big problem. Animal waste, fertilizers, and pesticides can wash from the soil into nearby waterways. And each of us creates water pollution as we go about our daily lives. Yep, you too. Luckily, we have ways of cleaning up a lot of that water. Plants that treat wastewater can purify it before it's released back into rivers and lakes. And researchers are always working on new ways to cut down on water pollution. But the best way to help is to be careful with your water. After all, we're not the only ones who depend on clean water. All living things need clean water to survive.